Guess what? Machine guns are kind of back. Well, they're coming back.
Guess who's back?
Machine guns, bitches.
A U.S. District Court judge in Kansas dismissed charges against Tamori Morgan for possessing machine guns.
A machine gun?
The judge ruled that the government failed to prove that the ban on machine guns is consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearms regulation.
Regulated how?
Which, need I remind you, is not really regulated. Just says arms. And not infringed. The court found that machine guns are considered bearable arms under the Second Amendment.
You don't say.
Go figure, it's almost like all of us knew that. And the judge said that the prosecutors didn't provide sufficient historical analogs between now and then to justify the ban. Now, of course, this all falls under Bruen, which says that all firearms regulations have to be checked against what the historical regulatory trends were at the founding of our nation. Now, Everytown for Gun Safety expressed shock and dismay at this decision. They criticized the court and saying that it's essentially taking the gun lobby's agenda over public safety. Here's the thing, Everytown. The gun lobby actually is trying to follow the Constitution. It's you who's bastardizing it. Go cry more, Everytown. So what does this mean moving forward? Well, the dismissal of the machine gun possession charges in this case actually has the potential to really impact pretty much everything related to the Hughes Amendment. The Hughes Amendment, which is what was passed in 1986 as part of the Firearms Owners Protection Act.
That's bull.
It's effectively what banned machine guns post 1986. This case challenges the constitutionality of that on its face because the Hughes Amendment, just like the Gun Control Act, the NFA, and pretty much every other firearms regulation, are pretty much unconstitutional on their face when checked against Bruen. See, here's the great thing about Bruen. Bruen says that if our founders wouldn't have regulated it, then we can't regulate it now. I want to tell you a little story about two firearms. One of them was designed in 1718, and it was a rotary machine gun, known as a puckle gun. 1718, I'm pretty sure that's even before our founders. But wait, there's more. Not only the puckle gun, but you also have the Chambers flintlock, which was, 1790? Both of these well within our founders' era, yes? And as a result of that, they didn't regulate them back then, did they? So weird. It's almost like they liked them. Oh yeah, because they did like them.
I want to play with them.
Ow! So given that these, early machine guns existed before or around the time of the Second Amendment, kind of shows that they could fall in line with the Bruen ruling.
Right, that tracks.
It also means that the Hughes Amendment, the National Firearms Act, the Gun Control Act, and all of the ATF, well, they're screwed.
Is illegal and grossly unconstitutional.
Now, I'm not telling you that they are legal for you to get now. You still have to go through all your FFL paperwork, and if you're non-FFL, you have to get a pre-86, all of that. That is still the case until we get a definitive ruling from the Supreme Court. Now, of course, Everytown is going to challenge this because they challenge everything. I mean, they even challenge themselves mentally. Oh, wait, no, sorry, dyslexia. They're just mentally challenged. So what we're waiting for now is for the Supreme Court to see whether or not these early weapons, the puckle gun, the Chambers flintlock, those, if they classify those as, yes, they were proper machine guns, therefore, machine guns cannot be banned, well, then we're going to have to see the NFA and all of those regulations from the Gun Control Act to pretty much everything that has, stripped us of our rights for far too long, to be repealed and ruled completely unconstitutional. But in this case, the great thing is, it's starting to trend that direction. So while we cannot throw the biggest rager ever, and by biggest rager ever, I mean, going out onto a field with, full autos and just firing off an entire college tuition's worth of ammo every second. We can't do that yet, but we might be able to soon. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some macaroni and cheese. It's gonna be delicious. And just remember, I did post new videos on my second channel. You should go check those out. I have a fantastic series called Tax Autistic Tales. Poor Timmy the Toaster. Have a good one.